Yeah, no, I'll buy. Yes, I know. I'll buy 2 tomorrow. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh. Hello. Welcome to a new video, I guess. I'm Francis Gray. This is Joker Laugh. And in today's video, what are we doing today? We are going to finish off a very rare resin kit of everyone's favourite one-eye monster, the Cyclops from the retro classic movie, The 7th Voyage of Sinbad. I'll see you after this. I know. Yeah, fine, I'll buy 3. Just let me do this, please. Sorry about that, guys. So in a nutshell, this was a private commission sent to me. Now, I've worked with this client in the past. He's like me, he's a Ray Harryhausen fan, but he collects paint jobs only in metallics. So only metallic paints can be used in these builds. Now, you might be seeing some images show up on screen now of some past models that I've done for him, and his overall display is really nice. I've done a couple of. Is it a couple or is it just one? I think I've just done one Cyclops from the 7th Voyage Sinbad from before, so images of that now. And he sent me basically the second kit, which it's a model that somebody else has already put together and someone already painted just normal colours, but obviously he wants them metallic, so a whole new repaint will need applying. But I believe it was originally sculpted by Mr. Mick Wood. So if there's any info on this sculptor, they'll be in the description bar below, or any images. It'll be popping up on screen right now. But if there's nothing there, unfortunately I didn't find anything. So so this kit has been sent to me. It's in 2 parts. So one part is the Cyclops, and the other part is Sinbad hiding around the corner, holding onto a cliff face, hoping that the Cyclops doesn't see him. And yeah, he's basically he's just biding his time until the Cyclops basically buggers off, and then he can come out and do what he needs to do. So 2 parts. Obviously both parts will be painting up so it all matches together. So he has display options, so you can either just display the Cyclops as itself, or it can display Sinbad by himself, you never know, or you can display the 2 together to make one overall awesome display. So instead of me waffling on for the entire video, sit back and enjoy, and I will see you at the end. Okay guys, so here we have the famous Cyclops monster from the classic movie 7th Voyage of Sinbad, animated by the late and great Mr. Ray Harryhausen. And if you follow this channel, you know that we are a big fan of Mr. Harryhausen and his career. So we love the monsters that he created in those classic movies. There does look like there is some seam lines that weren't dealt with. I will zoom in to show you. Okay, so as you can see here, like it runs up there and then goes up that leg there. So yeah, it does look like it continues on from here up. So it does look like I do need to do a bit of cleanup work first. So that's boring to watch and boring to do, if I'm honest. So I'm just going to skip past that part, and I'll get to the next part of the video. Okay guys, so having a closer look at this, because I've been working on the seam lines. So as you can see here, it goes up around there and then all the way up, and then we have it travel up all the way on the inside. I've had to do the arm around here, up over the back, and then back down here as well, leading down to the bottom of here and here. But I've also noticed that there's where the connecting joints are, there's quite visible
seam lines that stand out. So there's some there, and then there's always ones that like delve in the arm. Now this arm's not that bad until we get to this area here. And you can see there, that just looks totally unnatural. And then there's quite a delve here. Now I know you could make that model and make it look like a scar or something like that, but we all know that it's not really supposed to be there. So yeah, so those are going to have to be filled in and reworked. So yeah, same again with this knee as well. So yeah, for the next stage I'm going to have to go in with either Aves epoxy model and clay to resculpt in some of those details, or I'm going to have to go over with some wood filler to try and smooth parts out. Same again, that is rather boring to watch, so I'll save you that tedious task and get back to you in the next bit.
Later that same evening.
Okay, so let's go ahead and have a quick gander. So as you can see, the seam lines a lot better now, and then these joint areas are a lot more flush, and the same going with the arms and the seam line going around the neck. And then finally this hand as well, and I had to do a little bit of seam work on his cheeks as well. Okay, so for the next stage I'm going to go in with some mascol, because I don't want to spray gold over the dragon skull, because that is perfectly fine as is, and it would work really good as undertones before I add the metallics. So in order to save that, I basically went in with some blue tack, or white tack in this case, pushed it into all where the eye sockets and the nose sockets are on the dragon, and then I'm going to go over with a knackered old brush that I'm not bothered about, and some mascol, and I'm going to give it at least 2 layers of all the areas. Basically what this is it's like a silicone that sticks to whatever you want it to. Then you paint over that area, and then once you've finished, you can then just take away the sticky silicone, and it saves the paint job underneath, if that makes any sense. So yeah, so just going in with 2 coats, and then make sure it's all nice and solid, and then we can go to the spray booth. So to start things off, I'm going to go in with just a normal jet black from a spray can. Make sure I get into all the little nooks and crannies, and then once that is fully dry, we can then go over with a vibrant gold.
10 seconds later.
Yep, that's looking a lot better. So I'll leave that to dry, and then we can crack on and do the exact same with the Sinbad. So here we are, all painted a base coat colour of gold, and I am glad that I decided to go with this step, because I do think it would make it look a little bit more universally connected, both part A and part B, rather than just trying to do like a dry brush metallic paint job over the existing paint job. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put Sinbad to one side, and for the next stage I'm going to go ahead and unpack this, and hopefully that mascol has worked a treat. Yeah. Did the trick though, I have to admit, I'm impressed. So yeah, so we've managed to save the detail on the skull. So yeah, let's go ahead and unmask the face now. Okay, so to kick things off, I'm going to go in with a pre-mixed metallic brown, and I'm going to go ahead and do the legs. So for the next part I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint the hooves, and in order to do that I'm going to use some gunmetal grey from Voyage.
A few minutes later.
Okay, so now that the hooves are done, for the next stage I'm going to go in with the exact same gunmetal grey, and I'm going to start highlighting some of these various skulls and bones that are littered around the base. So that's just going to go ahead. They're not going to stay that colour, I will lighten them up later, but it's just to get some deeper recesses of metallics and make it stand out separate from the rock.
Get the idea.
So after taking a good while doing all those bones and skulls, for the next stage I'm going to go in with a pre-mixed light copper, and I'm going to try and get into some of the like the recess areas of the rocks and the rubble, etc. Just so it's not all just one base coat of gold. There's a bit of variety there. And next up I'm going to go in with a nice copper from Model Air, and I'm going to go ahead with a nice fine line brush, and I'm going to go ahead and get into some of the nooks and crannies. Yep, that's looking a lot more detailed now, so let's crack on with the next bit. So next I'm going to go in with some off-white from Game Colour, and I'm going to start laying a base tone coat to Sinbad's shirt. And now that that's painted, I'm going to go in with some of that gunmetal grey, and I'm going to start adding a darker shade to his trousers.
Alright.
And for the next part we need to go in with a nice black wash. So just an old disposable bowl, and I'm going to go ahead and add a big dollop of black acrylic paint, and then I'm going to water it down with just some general water. Use a big stipple brush, mush that bad boy all the way around, make sure it's nice and mixed, and then get yourself plenty of kitchen roll or kitchen towels, because you're going to have to do a lot of mopping up. So the idea is basically just slap it onto the model, get it into all the nooks and crannies, and then use some of your nice clean kitchen roll just to mop up the surface excess, and then all the darker tones will really make this look a lot more enriched.
What follows is a black wash montage.
Okay, so now we're going to go on to the big fella. Now this is going to take some time to do, so I might as well go ahead and use some magic. Okay, just move the ball out of the way. And another bit of magic. Okay, so far so good. So I'll go ahead and leave that to fully dry, and then we can go ahead and add some more details. No, it hasn't turned up yet. Can you just leave me to do the... Yeah, thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry to interrupt the video. We're roughly at the halfway point. I just wanted to say, if you're enjoying this build, please hit that like button and share on Facebook and Twitter, etc., social media, because it helps new people find the YouTube channel. Any word of mouth can bring new eyes to the channel, and I would really like this channel to grow so we can continue making awesome builds. So yeah, so click all the likes, subscribes and notification bells and comments and all the other wonderful things that YouTube supplies. And yeah, back to the video. See you soon.
24 hours later.
So now that we made it a lot more darker and a lot more richer, we need to go ahead and bring some of those highlights back. So I'm going to go in with that pre-mixed gold/copper that we used earlier on, and I'm just going to use a nice thick stipple brush, and we're going to go ahead and do a nice dry brush over all the areas just to bring some of those lovely details back to the foreground. And for the next part, I'm going to go in with a pre-mixed green metallic, and I'm going to go into some of the nooks and crannies, and we're just going to give a light dry brush over the now black shaded areas, just to make it look more natural and environmental, if you like. And now that that's done, I need to go back in with some metallic brown just to give a dry brush over the leg areas, just to bring some of those details back. Okay guys, so for the next part now, we obviously can't leave this bone, so we're going to have to go ahead and make it metallic. So in order to do that, I thought I'd give this a try. Now this is a nail polish and it is titled Candy Pink, but to the eye it's not exactly pink. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but it's more like a metallic-y kind of very light brown to it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give this a quick shake, and then we'll go ahead and give it a dry brush. And now I'm going to do the exact same, but with the horn on his head.
Alright.
And now I'm going to do the same dry brush effect, but this time with a metallic gold nail polish. Same again, just as quick dry brush to highlight some key areas. And now I'm going to go in with some metallic pinks and reds, just so we can get those vibrant, iconic red lips that we see on the Cyclops creatures. For the next part, I'm going to go in with a very thin detail brush, and I'm going to add a red sash underneath where Sinbad's belt goes. So it's not very in your face in the film, but it is there, so it's a detail that I would like to incorporate. So yeah, so this is a little bit on the delicate side, but thankfully it all's well that ends well. So once all that had dried, I then had to make that very vibrant white shirt now seem metallic. So I'm going to go in with some Pearl Effect nail polish, and this is quite thick stuff, so I'm only going to go around and give it just one coat, let it fully dry overnight, and then we can start adding some of that iconic red patternage that we see on Sinbad's shirt. So talking about the pattern, so in order to get that, because very fine detail, I'm going to go in with a very fine thin point red paint pen. And I've only just found out these things exist, so I've managed to buy a couple of different packs, and I have to admit I am really impressed with some of the results that you can achieve with them. So yeah, so just going to go in there, follow the guide from a mobile phone, different reference images of Sinbad from the movie, and then just try and recreate the iconic patterns. And while the paint pens are out, I thought I'd use some browns and blacks so we can go ahead and create the Cyclops' one eye.
Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye.
So for the next stage, I'm going to go in with a chrome marker, and I'm going to go around and I'm going to give a highlight to all the various skulls and bones just to make them stand out. And once that was left to dry, for the next stage I'm going to go in with some gloss varnish, and I'm going to give it at least 2 coats and make sure that I get into all the nooks and crannies, and then this will really sell that metallic look. And once all that is done and left to dry, I think we're finished.
Yeah, it's a good joke. I like that one. Oh, hello. So we're at the end of the video. You've seen the reveal, I guess, and hopefully you've liked it. If you have, please, you know, like, share, Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever it's called now. Very much appreciated. Thank you. Any help for new eyes to the channel, so the channel can grow and we can continue making this madhouse of fun relevant. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Getting back to the build. He's all finished, ready to ship out to the client, and I reached out to the client over email. I didn't physically grab the guy, just email, and asked him if he was happy, and he's happy. I'm glad to say. So Operation Bubble Wrap and put in a box and post office, and then pray to the gods that it gets there in one piece, or two pieces in this case. And hopefully he gets it and all's well with the world, and we can all sing Kumbaya and build more model kits, which is what life is all about. So once again, I'm Francis Gray, this is Joker Laugh, and this has been the Cyclops from the 7th Voyage of Sinbad. I'll see you in the next build.
If you like the content that I'm making and you'd like to support my work, here is a few links in the description, but only if you can afford it, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.